Last class we have discussed about some of the visualizations. Okay, today we'll finish it off this one. Okay, we have a decomposition tree. It is a small visualization. Okay, so we have a one of the visualization. This is a decomposition. Okay, visualization. Just I want to decompose. Okay, let me show you. Okay, I have a product category. Okay, in this one I want to be explained. Okay, what the things was there in a next level kind of thing. Okay, this I explained by if you click on this, okay, under subproduct category level, okay, what are the things we have over here? It will be displayed. Okay, so like this I want to be diagrammatically. Okay, under product category, what the things we have, like road bike, mountain bike, turning bike kind of thing. Okay, so if you based on your selection, okay, so we have only one category over here. Okay, which is just visually we can see, okay, the hierarchy kind of thing. Okay, we can see a decomposition. Okay, so main level. Okay, then we have a I am going to in detail level kind of thing. Okay, here we can see is a decomposition. Okay, tree. This is very less uses the visualization. Recently they have added is a decomposition tree visualizations we have. If you want to go for another one, actually we go with the product name. Okay, so I want to go for a next level as well. Okay, if we go with the next level product name, okay, it will be displayed next level as well. Okay, to the products we have under the particular one. Okay, we can see over here. Okay, under the clauses what the things we have. This is what we have a decomposition tree kind of thing. Okay, this is one of the visualizations we have. It's a very simple one. Okay, the properties will be remain same as usual. Okay, analyze say, okay, data bars. Okay, how you want to the colors and all. Okay, this is a normal thing. Okay, we have a decomposition tree visualization. Another one we have a Q&A, Cortana analytics, or we have a natural language. Someone is asking something. Okay, we have a Q&A or a Cortana analytics. Okay, this is a natural language. This is an important thing. What is a Q&A or a Cortana analytics? Okay, if you ask something about your, okay, if you ask a question over here, it will give that it is a natural language. Okay, based on your language, you can ask a question. Okay, so if it is SQL Server, okay, as per their rules, you have to write a query and all. But natural language in the sense, what the language you know. Okay, if you ask such a question in the sense, it will give the data for you. Okay, for example, country sales. Okay, so country sales. Okay, it will be display your country wise sales. Okay, it's still searching. Okay, so country sales amount. Okay, so based on that, it will give the sales amount for your country wise. Okay, so this is one of the, okay, we have a Cortana analytics. Okay, Q&A or a natural, what is a natural language or a Cortana analytics. Don't ask any Google questions at all. Based on your data, you have to ask your questions based on that. Okay, it will be display your, okay, it will, okay, search your data, analyze your data, and will gives your information. Apart from that, by initially, okay, while loading the data itself, it will give some suggestions. Okay, try one of these. Okay, to get started, top data cities by total sales. Okay, what is the total sales by, okay, data city? What is the total sales by, okay, state name, state wise total sales? Okay, what is the total sales by country name? Okay, like this we have a n number of suggestions. Already it has identified your data. Okay, otherwise, okay, if you're whatever your requirement is there, okay, if you can ask your own questions also. Okay, total discount amount over time. Okay, like this will analyze your data and will giving some suggestions to you. Okay, if you're not happy with that one, you can ask any question about your data. So it will try to understand your data, process your data, and it will display it over here. This is a Cortana analytics or a natural language processing. Okay, this is one of the option is there. Okay, both in a Power BI service also or in a Power BI desktop also it will be work. Okay, Cortana analytics, ask a question about your data. So based on that, it will gives okay, your data over here. Gender customers, just me try out. Gender wise, I want to know customers. Okay. Just it will give saying okay, gender wise all the data it is coming over here. Okay, gender wise, okay, customer key, geography key. Okay, we have a both the, so it is okay. we have data also. We have another thing. Okay, we have a customer data also. We have loaded okay dim customer table also. That's what it's not okay. Which data it has to okay trying to get. It's displaying all the customer table information. That's what is coming. Gender customer in the sense gender it is came. Okay, the customer table is going over here. If you have a single table that time, may it will give okay gender wise what is the count of customers and all. Okay, we have both the tables. It is okay confusing why because we have a dim customer the table also we have a dim customer kind of thing. That's what it is. Okay, now you can see I ask a question about something. It will gives me data about all my customer information. Okay, gender customer in the sense okay it is displaying okay all customers and a male customers. The information entire thing it is coming over here. I want product category for example. We have a table right. Product category. Okay, so it will give so we have a product category table. Obviously it will give the product category table information. Okay, product category, product subcategory and subcategory name, product category name. Okay, what you want it, so it will give some suggestions. Okay, so I want what is the product category names I have English product category name. So based on that it will gives your data over here. So you enter data it is coming over here based on my dim customer. Okay, dim product category table is there. So it is showing what are the data we have over there, accessories, bikes, clothing and all. We have entire table information showing over here. This is what you can ask some question about your data. It will gives okay. After that I ask a question like okay dim product category name, only the category name I want it. So it is showing those information over here. This is what we have a Cortana analytics. Give one day that is a Cortana analytics or a what is a natural language. Okay, initially it is supporting for a English. Now it will be support for English and a Spanish language as well. Okay, both language it will be support. Okay, based on your data you can ask any question over here. So it will gives okay the data for you. Okay, it will analyze, it will search your data and it gives the information to you over here. This is what we have a Cortana analytics over here. But it's not a visualization. Okay, in a Power BI service also if the user want to ask something, so it will give okay some information about your data over here. Obviously we are displaying the visuals and all, so it will give okay it will analyze your data and will give the data for you. Okay, then we have okay this is not okay useful thing. Okay, just it is a arctic maps for a Power BI. Okay, this is a thing in the sense you want to share your data for the okay this S3 team. Okay, if you have some geographical information data done, okay they will process your data and they will give okay some visualizations for you. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, we will use it accordingly in terms of policy. Okay, Chris may store process your data in United States or some other countries. Okay, and okay Microsoft share your content information with S3. Okay, need for S3 to operate. Okay, troubleshoot. Okay, even issues. Okay, they will give some. Okay, you want to analyze. Okay, some geographical information kind of thing. Okay, they will process your data. They will give some. Okay, inputs to you. That's what you have. Okay, this one we know we not required for us. Okay. Then we have a power. Okay, okay, power app. Power app in the okay, it's not a Power BI related thing. Okay, sometimes people are asking, do you know a Power Apps? Power App is a different tool once again. Okay, if you have a Power App tool, okay, from there, okay, you can call those okay app over here. That's a Power App is a one of the tool that is a separate tool. Recently, we have a super good demand for Power App also. Power BI is different. Power App is a different. Power App, by using a Power App tool, we can create mobile based or a desktop based apps. We can create it. That is a Power App tool is there. That is a separate tool altogether. Okay, so okay, maybe sometimes they want it both the thing. They want a Power BI and a Power App as well. You can tell that Power App you are not working. Okay, Power App is a different tool altogether. Okay, now we have these are nothing but a predefined available okay visualizations. Sometimes one of my requirement is not fulfilled. Okay, for example, I have a map visualization and we have a filled map visualization. Filled map, just area will be highlighting. Map visualization based on my measure, the area, okay, the bubble is coming. But I want to, okay, I want, we have a two different destinations. I want a, okay, roadmap kind of thing. Okay, I want to show, okay, source to destination. I want to the navigation kind of thing. Okay, I want to display such kind of information. How I can display those kind of information. Okay, for example, I have a okay donut chart over here. In a donut chart, okay, for example, I have a customer, okay, country wise. sales amount. Okay, guys. Okay, here the names are displaying outside of this, but I want inside of this over here. Okay, so I want on top of the name itself, I want to display it over here. Okay, we don't have such kind of visualizations over here. Okay, for that one we have a custom visuals in the sense. Okay, if you know Python and R language, okay, some of the people are already okay. The Microsoft is providing 200 plus visuals apart from this. Okay, we have a general normal visualizations over here. We have a custom visualization. Sometimes they will ask it, do you have experience on creating a custom visuals? You can tell that I'm not creating a custom visualizations, but I have used a multiple times custom visualizations. I will show you one of the report. Okay, I will upload this report. Okay, here I have some flight information over here. What is the how many incoming flights, outgoing flights, how many flights got delayed, what is the customer satisfaction about my flight services and all. Now we can see this is the one of the over here. Okay, source to destination. Okay, from which source to which destination, how many flights are going from one destination to another destination. Okay, so this kind of map is not available by default. Okay, but I want to show two different locations. I want to map it over here. Okay, the path I want to be displayed. For this one we don't have any visualizations over here. For this one we have a one of the visualizations. It's a it's not the one, this is the one, flow map. Okay, flow map in the sense source to destination, just origin and destination. Destination airport, origin airport. For example, Bangalore to Chennai, one of the flight is there. So I want to showing that one. So we have a flow map visualizations over here. Okay, so I want this kind of visualizations over here. Okay, so we have a custom visualization. Microsoft is providing 200 plus visualization. I have another one. Okay, SunBrush. This is a different look and feel visualization. Let me show it over here. For example, I have a country name. Same kind of donut chart. This one, country wise, total sales. There is a different look and feel. Now we can see the names by default. It is coming on top of the This is a SunBrush visual. Sometimes they will ask it. I want I don't want a donut chart. Donut chart in the sense it will display a value or something. The name it will be displayed outside of this, but I want the names like this. Okay. In this case, what you can do? Okay, we have a custom visualizations. Okay, for this one you have to log in with your official mail ID. You can click on over here, get more visualization. We have a 200 plus. If you know Python and R language, you can create your own visualizations as well over here. Now we can say we have a hundreds of visualizations over here. Whatever the visual you want, you can get it. Sometimes we have a network kind of thing. Okay, this symbols I want it. Or we have just this one I have loaded, that is a SunBrush. Okay, the names is displayed. It's a kind of alternative for the donut chart kind of thing. Dual KPI, we have a drill down geo. The areas I want to be highlighted like kind of thing, Venn diagram kind of thing. Histogram chart kind of thing, heat map. So I have some area wise I have a some so like a temperature array. Weather information is there. Wherever the more wherever the more temperature is there, that area I want to be in a thick color, remaining in a shadow color kind of thing. We have a n number of visual, more than 200 plus visualizations over here. Even though if you know like the Python and R kind of thing, you can create your own visualization. You can publish to Microsoft also. They can use it from this one. This is a Microsoft, this is a custom visualizations. You can see Donato chart. As of now we have discussed. We have a bar graph and any kind of thing. Only one side it will be displayed over here. If you take this one, only one side. Sales amount country wise. Opposite side I want to display the profit. Two ways I want the bars. One side I want it, what is the sales amount. Next side, reverse side, I want the profit I want to show for each country wise. Such kind of also I want it. We don't have a by default visualizations. We have a custom visualizations. We can use it. You you can get it that visualization and you can use it. Such kind of visualizations here I have. Okay, top 5 airlines. Okay, one is the incoming flights, another one is the outgoing flights. Okay, you have a two measures they have used. Okay, you can see the color over here, incoming flights, outgoing flights. Okay, I want top 5. Okay, top 5 airlines. Okay, Air India we have. Okay, another one. Okay, Singapore Airlines we have another one. Okay, Asia. Okay, we have different airlines over here. So I want both, I want to display it like this. Okay, this one I will give it. Okay, try to practice based on this. Here we have a images. This is not any visualization. They have added a visualize. Okay, this is just a card. This is a card visualization. Remaining everything is nothing but a image. Okay, they have added a flight. Okay, image. They have added. Okay, this is a, above one is a text box kind of thing. Okay, this is one of the measure. Okay, on top of that, okay, backside they have take a okay text box. They give you add some text. Then they have add a image. On top of that, they have a number over here. Okay, these are okay image. This is only a card visual. This is a card visualization. You know the card. Background is nothing but a image array. Okay, they have taken a image. Okay, number of flights. Okay, total number of flights. This is a image kind of thing. Another one we have a feedback kind of thing. Okay, this one also you can see. Okay, based on a number. Okay, this kind of symbols I want it. Okay, they already loaded this kind of visualization. Okay, infographic designer. This is one of the visualization, custom visualizations we have. Okay, how we can get this kind of custom visualizations? Let me show you. You have to log in with your account, then click on over here, get more visuals. Let me try out text search. Okay, I want to search something based on that. Okay, text filter or a text search. Just click okay, search for your visualization. Okay, it will be display something. Then click on okay, automatically be added over here. That's it. Okay, you don't want to do anything, search for your visualization, or you can Google it. Okay, what are the different visualizations for that one? Okay, if any of one is okay, fulfill your requirement, you can get that and you can use it. In one of the requirement, okay, table is there. They want to don't want a slicer or something. Okay, so they want a search box. Based on the search, the table has to be filtered. Let me show it. Let me add. Product category, product name kind of thing. Okay, I have a table like this. I have some of the table visualization. Okay, I want to search something. Okay, about any product I will be search. So based on that, okay, this is one of the search. Okay, search box is there. Okay, I want to search something. It's not a filter or something. If I search some one of the word over here, based on that, okay, like if I search okay, bikes, we don't have bike. Okay, where the product name bike is there, I want kind of thing. Okay, otherwise, okay. If you set something helmet related products, I want it. Okay, sport bike 100 helmet kind of thing, black kind of thing. So I want a search box kind of thing. We don't have a default visualization. This is a normal visualization, custom visualization. Okay, custom in the sense you don't want to do anything. Already some people are created. Okay, those visualizations they have make it available in a Microsoft Gallery. There is a custom visualization. So I will set something based on that. My table has to be filtered based on like this. I want a some search kind of thing. I don't want any filter or okay, I don't want any slicers kind of thing. Okay, sometimes people will ask it, okay, I want to search something, my entire report has to be okay, filter as per that. Okay, so if I'm search something, okay, so based on that, okay, it will be okay. We have a bench car, okay, cars to have okay, we have one of the product, okay, bench car, okay. So I will search something, okay. If you want to erase it, we can erase it. That will be goes off, okay. So we have a search box over here, text search. Or sometimes okay in a tableau kind of thing, most of the times this visual we can see text world or something is there. Okay, the names I want to be displayed in one of the okay, this is a tech okay word world kind of thing. The names, product names I want to display, or product category names I want to display in a one of the kind. Sometimes we can see country names kind of thing, all these things. Okay, we have a world. So what are the visual you want it? Simply you can search it and get it. Okay, we can use it for that. As for your requirement, it's a custom visualizations. Okay, in a maps also we have 100, okay, n number of maps we have. Just the textual names I want to display like this. Okay, sometimes we have seen some places this kind of, okay, the information over here. So they say I want to just country names I want to display it like this. Okay, this is what we have a custom visualizations. You can get it any number of visual. You can say this is a one of the custom visualization. You can get it. Okay, you can practice this kind of thing. Okay, based on your sometimes, okay, you will get different requirement. Here also we have, okay, another visualization route map. Okay, from this route to this route. Okay, let me use source and destination. I will use it over here. We have a route map visualization. Okay, source and destination we have destination. Origin. Okay, we have a tree map. We have to search it, how we have to use it. This one. Okay, we have a latitude and a longitude kind of thing, all these things. Okay, so it will be displayed between the two states. Okay, it will be displayed. Okay, route map over here from this route to another route. Okay, how it will be displayed? We have a route map. Okay, so like this, we have a n number of visualizations over here. We have a normal slicer over here. Okay, apart from that, we have a chiclet slicer. Okay, sometimes, okay, I want to here we can add images also. So we have a chiclet slicer. Okay, let me select any one thing. Airline code, aircraft type. Okay, this is a look and feel. It is a different. Okay, if I select something, this is a one of the chiclet slicer. Normal slicer we have a chiclet slicer. If I select something, this is we have a different aircrafts over here. Okay, B740. What kind of flight it is? Okay, so based on that, okay, remaining information I want to be filter out. This is we have a chiclet slicer. Okay, we have different slicers. We have n number of things is there. Okay, around 200 plus visualizations is there. Okay, we don't want to discuss each and everything. Whenever the requirement is came, okay, sometimes they will ask, okay, different look and feel, or they will get, okay, or a tableau, or a, okay, click view, they are using a different visualization. They will tell that, can you use this visualization? Okay, we can get from here, we can use it, that visualizations over here. What the visual you want it, we can get kind of, okay, such visual, you can use it over here. This is a custom visualizations. We have a N200, okay, plus visualizations from here. Just, okay, you have to log in with your account, then search for here, then you can use it with any kind of visualizations from here. Okay, we have a here also we have a different kind of thing. We have a, if you want a maps, okay, the map I want to be highlight this kind of thing. Okay, we can go for a maps. Okay, here we have a KPIs or a infograph kind of thing. Okay, or a gauges you want it, or if you want a filters in the sense, okay, slicers kind of thing. We have a filters, okay, data visualizations, advanced analytics. Okay, we have a all kind of thing. Okay, if you want a time related visuals you want it. Okay, okay, for example, I want to add a calendar. Okay, so based on a calendar, user wants to be filter some data. Okay, so you can add this kind of calendar, you can add it for your Power BI report. Like this, we have it based on a different category. We have a different visualizations and all. This is a custom visualization. If any of the requirement is not fulfilled by your default visualizations, you can get it, you can add it, and you can use any of the visualizations. This is a custom visualizations. Okay, this one I will be upload, maybe try to practice, okay, all these visualizations and all. Okay, how, okay, try to understand what the information we have. customer feedback is there. Okay, another one, okay, what age group most of the people are using, okay, the flight services kind of thing. Okay, all the information was there in a, this is one of the, okay, flight level information. Okay, based on the data we can create the visualize how many incoming flights, outgoing flights, okay, count of, okay, count of flight type, okay, total number of outgoing flights, okay, income, okay, total flights incoming, outgoing, okay, top 5 airlines, source and destination cities, okay, Delhi, and okay, another one we have. Okay, here also we have a drill down and drill up also it is there. Okay, customer satisfaction. Okay, so very satisfied. Okay, disagreed. Okay, so they are not satisfied in the sense. Okay, so we have a based on customer feedback wise, we have a the sentiment over here. 71 people. Okay, what is the out of 71? Okay, we have a customer satisfaction over here. We have a different terminal. This is a terminal one, T1, T2, T3 is there. Okay, so in a same airport we have different terminals. Okay, in a different terminals we have different satisfaction over here. Terminal 1, satisfaction experience at airport natural 243. Okay, another one is satisfied. Okay, very satisfied. Like this we have a terminal wise what is the customer feedback kind of thing. Here also we can see these are a images only. How many okay, male, okay, customers has, okay, using a flight services, how many female customers has as of now. Okay, like this we have a, these are a images. You can add that images. This is a card visualization. The number you want to display, we can use a card. This is a image they have loaded over here. This is what about a custom visualizations, guys. You can use it, you can get it. Okay, any number of visualizations. Okay, if the user is not required, no need to, okay, get any custom visuals. Okay, if they want different look and feel, they want expect more apart from this, you can get it and you can use it the what are the visual they want it. This is what about the visualizations, guys. Okay, last time we have left one of the concept called a, okay, already we have discussed if you want to work with a more than one table, the relationship is mandatory. If it is a SQL server, we can use a joins concept. Here we have a, okay, here you don't want to write any code and all, just you have to make a relationship. If you load the data from a database side, already primary key foreign key will be there, automatically the relationships will come. Already we have discussed what is the cardinality. Either it is a one to many or many to one or one to one. That is a cardinality. One to one, one to many to one kind of thing already we have discussed. Now we will discuss what is a cross filter direction. It's one of the time. It's a very important question. Okay, recently none of the guys are touching that interview question. Okay, what is a cross filter direction? We will see that now. Okay, what is a cross filter direction? That is also very important interview question one of the time. Okay, in a real time cases also that is a important thing. Let me, how that will be work. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, now we have a product category, protein product. We have a data in a different tables. Okay, data was in a single table. Now the same data was in a different tables. Okay, English product category name. How the cross filter direction will we work? Okay, I have a product category. Let me go with the drop down. Otherwise, let me copy paste. Just copy paste. Okay, same name will come. Later you can change the field. Name product category, sub product category. Then I wanted product name. Let me take the table. Okay, if you have multiple tables, you can search for your, okay, about for any field also. Okay, it will be displayed over here also. You can search for your, okay, what is the field you want it. Okay, here I have product category and all. fact internet sales. Let me use it. Okay, now we will discuss what is a cross filter direction. Okay, single by default is a cross filter direction is a single. Okay, so let me select it. Okay, if I'm select a bikes, okay, so this is a parent table. Product category is the first table, then we have a sub product category. If I'm select a bikes, all this goes, okay, products cost goes off. Okay, so that's why, okay, I have all products. If I'm selecting this, all the products is coming. If I'm select a first table, for example, I select a bikes, okay, its child table is select, okay, filtering as per that. If you go over here, only bike related products only over here. Okay, we have a mountain bikes, okay, bike, okay, road bike, turning bikes only is there. That means if I select something in a parent table, all the childs got filtered automatically. If I selecting road bike, okay, automatically this one also filtering as per that. Okay, not only that one, your entire table also is okay. Now we can see only road bikes over here. That means we have a three tables. One is a product category, sub product category, then we have a product table, then we have a sales amount. If I am selecting something over here, data is filtering like this. Okay, all the thing. If I'm selecting a bikes, here also data is filtering, here also filtering, sales amount is also filtering. Okay, so cross as of now, the relationship is a single direction. If we select, okay, what is a cross filter direction, single and both in the sense, by default, data will be filtered from parent to child. If we select something in a parent table, data will be filtered in a child table as well. Okay, so if I'm selecting something, the data is filtering in like this. If I select something in this table, I want to be filtered in a reverse direction as well. That is a cross filter direction, single and both. What is a cross filter direction? By default, data will be filtered in a one direction, that is a parent to child. Okay, that is a one to many data will be filtered. Parent in the sense, it is a one to many direction. So if I want to select something in a child table, I want to filter in a reverse direction as well. That is a cross filter direction, single and a both. Now we have seen practically. If I'm selecting a bikes, okay, this is a filtering. Okay, let me remove the filter now. Okay, now it is a everything is a all. Let me select a clothing. Okay, I'm selecting a clothing. Okay, so sales amount is also got filtering. This one also got filtering. Okay, so this one it is showing only the clothing related products. Okay, glasses, caps. Now there is no bikes or something. Okay, glasses. If I select something, okay, this one also got filter. Okay, it is showing only for a gloves related. So small, medium kind of thing, all the things. Okay, now, okay, so single direction is working fine. User wants to select by default a particular product from this one. Okay, for example, let me select any of the product. We have some miscellaneous products. Okay, so I'm select something over here. Okay, so this is a okay child table. Okay, fact internet sales is a child table, so it is filtering. If we go over here, all the products are there still itself. Okay, now you select all. Now it is showing all the things. Now I have selected clothing related product. I will select a bike related product. Everything goes blank. It is a contradictory will be happen. Okay, product category bike. Product you have selected a clothing. Is there any relation between these products? Okay, data is not filtering in a reverse direction. If I'm select something over here, okay, if I'm select something in a child table, parent also it has to be filtered. It's not filtering over here. Now you can see all the products it is showing over here, all the bikes, caps, kind of thing, all the things it is showing. By default, data will be filtered. Okay, cross filter direction. By default, data will be filtered in a single direction. That is a parent to child. If you select something in a parent table, all the child tables will be filtered automatically. Is a cross filter direction single. If you want to filter something in a child table, I want to filter in a reverse direction as well. If I select something, okay, if I select a clothing, okay, all these tables has to be show only clothing related information. That's what we have a cross filter direction single and a both. Okay, that's what we have cross filter direction single and a both. How we can change the cross filter direction? Just now we can see the arrow symbol also, you can see one too many is there. Okay, the arrow symbol in the sense, if we select something this table, it will be filter, it will be filter. If I select something over here in a reverse direction also, I want to be filter. Okay, just go to the, okay, double click on the relationship, or you can right click, make a single cross filter direction both. Okay, cross filter direction both, click on OK. Now we can see two direction, we can see that two-way direction. Okay, it will be show it over here. So if we select something in a child table, I want to select, okay, now you can see any direction, the data will be filtered. This is a cross filter direction, single and both. It's a very important thing. Make it the relationship. Okay, the cross filter direction is a both. By default is a cross filter direction, single in the sense data will be filtered from parent to child by default. If you want to filter in a reverse direction as well, if you select as data in a child table, parent table also has to be filtered. That time you have to select it. Okay, the relationship we want to make it as a cross filter direction both. Okay, now we can see already something got selected. Now we can see clothing, only clothing is there. Okay, so let me select a different thing. Okay, now it is displaying all the things. There is no filter got applied. Now it is showing all the products. Okay, let me select something product over here. Okay, some bikes, okay, brakes kind of thing. Okay, now it will be display accessories, okay, components. Okay, so it is, now it is filtering in a reverse direction as well. Earlier, okay, this is a parent child, okay, child kind of thing. Okay, now if you select something over here, it is filtering like this. If I am select something, it is filtering like this. Earlier case, if I select something, the data is not filtering in a reverse direction. This is a earlier, the relationship direction is single direction. It's an important concept. Sometimes while working in multiple tables, some data is not filtering if you select something. That time, most of the times you make a the relationships as a single direction as a both. Okay, the cross filter direction, you have to check it as a both. Okay, now you can select something in a last table. Okay, if we go over here, okay, we don't have any, we have some blank products over here. Is a cross filter direction, single and both. Let me select. Okay, now we can go, everything got filtered as per your selection. This is what we have, a cross filter direction, single and a both. It's an important concept. What is a cross filter direction, single and a both? By default, data will be filtered from parent to child, or one to many data will be filtered. If you want to filter data in a reverse direction as well, you want to make the relationships as a cross filter direction. Okay, cross filter direction, both you have to be selected. That is a cross filter direction. Already we have discussed what is a kind of relationships. It is a one to many or a many to one kind of thing. That will be detect automatically. As part of interview, we have to tell what is a cardinality, one to many or a many to one, or a one to one or a many to many. Then another thing is a cross filter direction. What is a single and a both kind of thing. I have three tables. So if I select something, these tables also be filtered automatically. Okay, this is a cross filter direction, single and a both. Okay guys, now we will see. Okay, we will discuss. Okay, new in the sense, if you want to open a new Power BI, okay, you can go for a new. Okay, another Power BI desktop will be open. There's a new option. Okay, if you want to open a 2 or 3 reports, or if you want to create another report, you can go for a new. Already report is there, you want to go for a open the report. Okay, browse for the reports, wherever report is there. Already I have saved multiple reports. Select any one, you can open it. That is a open option. Now we will discuss file menu option. So if you want to save it, okay, if you're not saved your report, if you want to save it, okay, you can go for a save. The Power BI extension is a PBIX. Okay, that is a PBIX. The extension is a PBIX. If it's a Word document, W, okay, DOC. If it's a PPT in the sense, dot PPT. If it is Excel in the sense, Excel SX, the extension will come. So here, the Power BI extension is nothing but a PBIX. Okay, that's a Power BI file. So another Power BI will come. Okay, if we go for a new in the sense, the empty Power BI report will be open like this. Or if it is a open, okay, if you want already saved report, if you want to open, you can go for a open, browse it. Okay, it will be display recently opened reports. Okay, or if you go for a browse for the reports, wherever the report is there, go for there. Or if you want to save as, already is there, I want to save with a different name, you can go with a save as option. Okay, different with a different name, I want to save it, you can go for a save as. Okay, then we have a get data is already there in a Power BI. Okay, normal case itself, we have a get data option. This will also remain same. Already we have a get data option. Okay, we have a import and a export kind of thing. Okay, either if you want to export, okay, Power BI, okay, custom visuals, we want to Power BI template. Okay, later we will discuss. Okay, Power BI, okay, Power BI visuals from file. Already either directly from, you can click on over here, or you can download these visuals. Okay, from a Google, you can download Power BI custom visuals. Okay, then you can load it from a your gallery, from your local Power BI custom visuals download. Okay, so from here you can download it into your local, then you can upload it. Okay, from a Power BI marketplace. Okay, or a Microsoft app source. Here we have a multiple visualization custom visuals. From there you can download from here into your local, then you can add to your Power BI. Here also you can see n number of hundreds of visualizations. Okay, here they will be show. Okay, visualizations, visual is the, okay, we have a rating as well. Okay, for a visuals and all. From here you can download into your local, then you can add it from here. Okay, here we have a, while loading over here, we have an option over here, import from here, import a visual from a file. It will be show. Okay, import, you already download in your local, it will be show if a path where your downloaded file is there. Okay, it will showing your local path. Why? Because if you already downloaded, it will be show you your downloaded path. Okay, or directly from a gallery also you can download it. That's what we have a import the report over. Okay, import a visual over here. Export in the sense you can export to PDF. Okay, enter my report, I want to export as a PDF. Okay, I want to share my report into the PDF, so you can export your report into the PDF as well. Then if you want to publish, already publish option is there. Okay, from here we can, okay, publish the option. You don't want to use this one, here we have a publish option. Once the development is done, already we have seen how to publish your report into Power BI service. We have a get started in the sense the start menu option will be open. That's no use of this is no use of this one. Okay, we have a get data option, recent data sources, what are the reports we have recently worked, it will be show it over here. Or some, okay, forums or a Google, okay, what's new kind of thing. Okay, what's new in the sense for every month, first week or a second week, the Microsoft will be releases, okay, some new features. Okay, the Power BI desktop, every time, every month they are publishing new features and all. Okay, Power BI November feature summary, they are adding, keep on adding new features and all. Okay, so if you want to check what the new feature is came in a last month. Okay, still the, okay, December month release not yet came. Maybe in 1 or 2 days that will be available. Okay, reporting. Okay, visual zoom slider. Okay, I told you that in last month we don't have that feature. Okay, in this month only they have added. That's a new feature. Already we have seen. Okay, zoom slider option is there. Okay, in a bar graph we have seen. Okay, left side. Okay, we have a zoom slider. That option they have added. Okay, in last month only. Earlier we don't have that option. Let me show you that. Just we have to recap sometime. Okay, what are the new features has came. Okay, every month you can download your Power BI desktop. Sometimes in an interview point of time, which version of SQL Server, okay, which version of Power BI you are using, that time you can tell that. Okay, you have to tell month number. Okay, you don't tell, we don't have any version number and all. Okay, this is zoom slider, it is there, let me show you. Okay, that one. Okay, recently only they have added, in last month only they have added zoom slider. Last month we don't have this option. Okay, this property, this option they have added in last month only, we don't have in a previous to that. Okay, so you can control it, what is the scale you want it. This is a zoom slider option. Okay, this is the option they have added recently only. This is a zoom slider. Here they will be display what are the new features they have added for a reporting purpose. Okay, so here we can check. Okay, here we can check. Okay, here right side we have from when onwards. From actually the Power BI came into 2013 onwards, the Power BI came into the market. Almost it was 7 years was there. Okay, from there, okay, The Power BI is there for every month. You can click on particular month. We can see what are the new features are came. Okay, if someone ask a question, okay, which version of Power BI you are using, you can make it. In December also it is came, okay, not yet officially released. Okay, you can see, okay, what the features are going to come. Okay, you can tell that the month number and a year number. Okay, for example, you are in a December month. Okay, so today you are going to have an interview. If someone asks a question, what the version of, okay, Power BI you are using, you can tell that November 2020 or October 2020. There is no particular version number. If someone asks a question, which version, you have to tell a month number and a year number. Okay, we don't have any, like if it is SQL Server, we have a numbers. SQL Server 2014, SQL Server 2016, SQL Server 2017. Recently also came. SQL Server 2019 also came. Okay, probably people are not using. Okay, why? Because every time if you want to change a SQL Server, in the sense you need a licensing and all. Okay, that's what. Okay, after a 2 years or 3 years only, they will, okay, upgrade to new version. For example, my project in running in a 2016 SQL Server. Okay, 17 is came, 18 is came. Directly you are not supposed to go and update it your version. Why? Because it is a licensing, it's a cost also. They will be use it for a another 5-6 years also. They are still continuing. Even though 25 is came also, still they are using 2016. They are not a much features. Okay, maybe they are adding one of the new features and all. Okay, but their functionality is still running. Okay, why? Because it's a costing purpose. Okay, some of the people are using 2008 also. Okay, it was came in 2008. Still the people are using 2008 SQL version. Okay, that's what. Okay, that's it. Started licensing. Power BI desktop is a free licensing. At any time you can upgrade to your SQL Server Power BI desk. Okay, the Power BI desktop is a free license, so you can upgrade to any kind of thing. At any point of time you can upgrade your version. That's not a problem. That's what we have. A what's the new in the sense, from here every month we have a new, okay, releases, new features will be there. Maybe sometimes they will ask it, okay, what's the new feature has came recently, kind of thing. Okay, maybe you can check from here what the new features are. 1 or 2 points, that's enough. Okay, they are adding some more properties and all the properties not useful, at least 1 or 2 properties. Okay, that's what's the new. My Power BI is came 2013 onwards. Okay, here we have a options and settings. Okay, data source setting. Already we here also we have a data source setting. That means you have a report, you want to know from where the data source got loaded. Okay, as of now, from three different data sources, my report got loaded over here. Or okay, we have a options and settings. So if we click on this, okay, we have a 1 or 2 options over here. Here also we can check version number over here, somewhere over here. Okay, no need to remember that version number. Okay, we have some report settings over here. Okay, we have, okay, visual options. Okay, hide the visuals in a reading view. Okay, hide the visual header in a reading view. Okay, when I mouse over, it will be display some, okay, filter icon or a focus mode kind of thing. Okay, in a reading view, that means once in a I publish to Power BI service, I want to display these things. I want to hide all these things. Sometimes you can export your data as well. Okay, sometimes, okay, I want to export this data. Okay, all these options I want to be disable it, or I can enable it. Export in the sense I can export this data into Power BI. Okay, total sales by country. Okay, what are the data is there? I want to export the data. What the visual it is showing. Okay, the data total sales by country name. You can export. Okay, from the visual also you can export the underlying data. What the data is coming. Okay, in a visual, the data we can export into your Excel also. That's the data by default will be export into CSV file. Here we can see the numbers over here. Country name, what is the sales? Country name, what is the sales? We have a blank country, what is the sales, kind of thing. This is what you can upload your data into. Okay, it is in a CSV, comma separated file, CSV file. You can upload your data into the Excel file as well. This is what we have a export your data. Sometimes they want to export the data as well. Okay, so you can restrict that option. Go to the file option. We have some settings over here. Options. by default is there. Okay, hide the visuals in a reading view. Okay, user don't to see, okay, all those options. I can hide all the things. Okay, use, okay, modern view option. Okay, updated styling. Okay, so user don't want to, so this is the option. Okay, remaining options not required. Okay, I can hide that option. Okay, so user don't want that. Okay, the visual header icons in a reading view. Another one, export data. I am exporting data, right? Allow users to, okay, export summarize data from a Power BI service or a Power BI report server. Okay, so from a Power BI service, user wants to export the data. Okay, either I can don't export the user. Okay, user by the data. User don't want to export any data from the visual. Okay, we can right click, you can export the data, what the data was there, or allow end user to export both summarize data and underlying data. Summarize data in the sense, whatever the data we have loaded, country wise, the sales. Underlying data in the sense, entire our Excel file, it will be exported. Entire Excel file, all the columns, okay, country name, sales name, each and every row, that is a summarized data in the sense, country wise, okay, we have a 50,000 lakhs, okay, 50,000 records was there. Summarized data in the sense, country wise sales, so it is coming as 8 records. This is summarized data. Underlying data in the sense is a raw data, that is a raw data. Okay, as of now, you can export maximum 1,50,000 records only. If you have a 10 lakh records, you can't export that much of the amount data into your Excel file. Maybe sometime interview point of time they will ask it, what is the maximum limit you can export the data from visual to your Excel file? 1,50,000. Earlier we have a 50,000 only. With the recent update, they have exceeded this number. 1,50,000 records only you can export it. Either summary data you can export or underlying data you can export. In a Power BI service level, that option it will be show you. Okay, in a Power BI service level, if you export it, there it will be displayed two options. You want to export underlying data or a summary data. Now directly it is asking, okay, where you want to export, what the file name. In a Power BI service level, it will be asked two options. You want to export summary data, country wise sales. Underlying data in the sense, all your data, all the columns, all the fields, it will be try to export it. That is a summary data, underlying data. Underlying data in the sense, all the records. This is what underlying data. This is underlying data. Summary data in the sense, country wise sales. This is a, okay, this is the sales. For example, in other visual, you want a product wise sales. That is a summary data. Product wise sales. That is a summary. Underlying in the sense, your raw data. Okay, so we can, okay, maybe sometimes they will ask it, can you please enable, okay, I want to export the data in the sense, come here, you can export, okay, you can change that option over here. From this option, you can allow the user to export a data, or you can restrict it. User don't want to export my data, so we can restrict it, or we can enable to the user. Okay, by default the option is there. Okay, so if you want it, okay, we can change that option. Okay, this is the only the option is there. Remaining things, so you don't want to change anything at all from here. Okay, okay, we have a auto recovery option. Okay, no need to change anything apart from that. Okay, somewhere we can see the version number also from here. By default, all the options will be remain as it is. You don't want to change anything. Okay, let me show you. Somewhere we can see the report. Okay, what version of we are using. Direct query, auto recovery, privacy. Okay, these are the two options. Important thing. Okay, one is a the visual headers, you want to hide it, or how user wants to export your underlying data and all. Somewhere regional settings, privacy. The version number also, the month name will be there. Report setting, we don't have any. Okay, here itself it is there. The version, what is the version you are using? No need to remember this number. Just you can tell that November 2020. Okay, or okay, last month one we are using. So November 2020. Okay, maybe this one, maybe in 1 or 2 days, the new Power BI desktop will same desktop only. Maybe one or new okay properties they may be added. That's it only. Okay, nothing will be changed. Okay, your concept will be remain same as it is. Okay, just 1 or 2 extra functionalities they will be added. Okay, so we have a November version from here. We can check it. Okay, diagnostics from here we can check what version of SQL Server. Okay, what version of Power BI you are using. No need to remember this number at all. Okay, so if someone asks it, you have to tell that okay, month and a year number. Okay, don't tell last year. Okay, at least if you are working, okay, you are working for the interview this month, in the sense at least tell last 2 months. Okay, then you can okay get 1 or 2 features from here. Okay, for example, you are working in a November. Okay, remember 1 or 2 okay we have options, what are the new options are available. Okay, from here we can check okay at least 2 points. Okay, no need to tell all these points. At least okay, if we go through the video also, once the Power BI were done, okay, that point if you go for a video, they will provide a video as well. Okay, how that feature will be available, where they have added. Okay, around okay 45 minutes the video will be there. Go through that. We have to remember 2 to 3 features. Okay, what are the important features only? No need to remember all the features. They are adding n number of options. Okay, at least 2 to 3 options you can remember. Okay, you can go for an interview. Sometimes they will ask it. Okay, what's the feature recently came? In which version you are using? Okay, so this is what for interview point of time. Okay, guys. Okay, as of now we have completed this one. Okay, insert. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss. Okay, here everything will be simple. Only the we want to add a buttons concept. We want to add a buttons. We will discuss that tomorrow. Okay, in another okay 3 to 4 days of time we will complete entire Power BI desktop, guys. Okay, 3 4 time. Okay, 3 4 days. Okay, we'll come finished off. Okay, Power BI desktop. Loading the data. Once the data is available, creating the visualizations is a very simple thing. No one will ask you, okay, how you can create a visual and all. Okay, as of now, we have discussed what is a power pivot. Okay, what is the modeling part? What is the cardinality, cross filter direction? Main thing, what is the difference between table and a matrix kind of thing? Okay, 1 or 2 interview point of time. Okay, creating the visual is a very simple thing. Drag and drop. Okay, apply a color codings and all. That's it, guys, for today. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss remaining thing concepts, guys. If you have any questions, you can go ahead. I hope tomorrow onwards everything will become okay. Important concepts only. Okay, creating visuals. Okay, sometimes people get bored kind of thing. Drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay, next thing, actual technical stuff will come. Okay, bye, guys.